Okay. Yeah, why? Mm, Yeah, so hello, welcome. Today we're gonna talk about Generation Z. It's me and the Victoria generation, and she will explain how this works today because she was a creator from this topic today. So, Victoria, can you explain for us and to introduce yourself?
Sure. So, hey guys, my name is Vitória Silva. I'm 15 years old. I live in Aracaju, Sergipe, and today I'm co-host. And me and Ana Beatriz talked about this topic, and we thought that is cool to bring to you. So I hope you enjoy this topic. The Generation Z is the generation like the people born between I think 1989 and 12 yes, 2000 I think, something like that. And we have a video to explain more. And yeah, guys, that's it. Is there anyone new here?
I think so I will just put the video. It's just 2 minutes, it's not too much, so let's go.
What is Generation Z? Generation Z is very diverse and different from other generations. Gen Z is the kids of today. We're passionate about social justice and we leverage our identities to create a world that's better for everyone.
Generation Z was born 1997 or after. Its members are in their teens and early 20s, and they're the most racially and ethnically diverse American generation yet.
They're also on track to be the most educated generation. And to give you a sense of their place in time, most of the people in Gen Z have never known life without a smartphone.
Gen Z is really the identification for people who grow up purely in this new era of communication and technology.
Gen Z is the activist generation. We stand up for what we believe in, whether that is that Baby Yoda is the cutest thing of all time or that climate change is bad.
We have the internet, we have each other, and we have the bonds that we've been able to create to truly form coalitions and actually make change.
In a brand new podcast from the San Diego Union Tribune, we'll get to know this new generation that's literally changing the face of America. And you'll hear directly from them about what they are and aren't.
People should know that Gen Z is not just about being bound to our phones, it's also being bound to an increasingly populated network of knowledge.
So I think that Gen Z is really hyper-focused on the bigger issues in society as opposed to just what's happening in my community. And for that reason, I think that we're more likely to see change on a global level or even just a larger level, like a national level, than we were likely to in previous generations.
Join us as we introduce you to this generation just as it's entering the workforce and coming into power, just as some of its members are voting for the first time. Life and reshapes Gen Z and its future.
So say hello to Gen Z, coming soon to your favorite podcast app.
Yeah, so this is the video. As I said, we're gonna talk about Generation Z, and we have just 6 people here, so I won't split your rooms. And Victoria, you can read the questions for us, and don't forget to introduce yourselves, okay?
Okay. So, okay. So, Luciana, please present yourself.
Okay. Well, my name is Luciana. I'm 46 years old. I live in Rio de Janeiro. I'm married, have 2 sons, 2 kids, 2 sons and 2 dogs. And also, I'm here to practice my English. I'm really enjoying the conversation and also to expand my vocabulary.
Great. And you, Bruno? Bruno, oh my gosh, sorry. Introduce
Hello,
yourself.
guys. Good afternoon, all. My name is Bruno. I live in Ceará. I am 29 years old and I work as a teacher. I have been here for a couple times as the same purposes as Luciana, just to practice, spread my vocabulary, and that's it. Nice to see you all.
Great. And you, Ricardo, introduce yourself.
Yes, good afternoon. My name is Ricardo, and I live in Joinville, Santa Catarina. I'm 31 years old, and I'm glad to be here again.
Thank you. That's awesome. Hey, Denis and Hastamian, you are like entering this moment. We are
How
just,
you doing?
hey, we are just watching the video in YouTube. I will send the link in and you can watch it after. And today we're gonna talk about Generation Z. So, Denis, introduce yourself for us.
I didn't understand it's low for me. Let me put my headset just a second.
Oh, I think it's like my internet. So, Victoria, can you explain? Because my internet today is not working so good.
Okay, sure. So guys, we was watching a video about the Generation Z, and today we are gonna talk about that. So Ana Beatriz is gonna send for you the link for you watch later, and yeah, that's it. And Anna, I think we
I think
gotta start the
Dennis and
question
the
again.
yeah, of course, and they introduce themselves, you know.
Yes. So
I'm ready.
yes, Dennis, please introduce yourself.
I'm Denis, 38. Sorry for to be late. I'm Luciana's brother. Um, I have a baby coming in 6 months, a daughter. My wife is pregnant. I work with IT. Um, I have a YouTube channel as well as Victoria has one. Um, that's it. Oh, Samia is also a YouTuber. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you have a
we
lot
have
of
we have a
YouTuber here.
three YouTuber right here.
Yes,
Yeah, I think
yes.
Oh,
you.
I'm embarrassed. I have any channel.
Yeah, me too. I think you need to
You're cool,
create a
guys.
topic. Yeah, related to this. And you, Simon, hello, and congratulations, Danny, for your baby.
Hello,
Thanks.
everyone. So, my name is Samia. I'm from Teresina, Piauí, and I'm a history teacher. I'm 27 years old. I love soccer. I'm a Corinthian supporter, and I love playing video games. And yeah, that's it. I love English, and I really enjoy to be here with you guys.
Oh, thank you. I think I forgot to introduce myself our the time I do this, but hello everyone, I'm Anna. I'm 16 years old. I'm a junior in high school and I'm living in São Paulo. Not capital, a small town, but it's close to capital, you know. And Victoria, introduce yourself. I think you forgot to introduce yourself. Yes.
Yeah, I have already introduced myself.
Oh, okay. So you can read the questions because my internet is really is low today.
Sure. So guys, let me see. The first question is, do you belong to the Generation Z? If not, would you like Luciana?
I'm not part of this generation because I'm very old, but I would like to be from this generation. I think that's pretty funny and cool. And also they have an open mind, and they're looking for they are not afraid with challenges, and I think they can do much more than people from my generation.
Yeah, I belong to this generation and I like so much because of that, the open mind. So I like so much. And you, Ricardo?
Yeah, me neither. I don't belong to this generation, but I feel like if I am from this generation because I'm connected all the time. I like internet. I in the computer things. As I am a software developer, I am really connected all the time. So I feel like if I was from this generation.
Okay. Carol, please.
Yeah, I belong to Generation Z, as I read here on Google, because I was born in 1993. So yeah, belong to this generation.
Okay. Bruno?
Um, I think I am a millennium because I was born in 1991. So, um, Generation Z, I think it's a really interesting generation because they have a lot of opportunities, you know. They can choose who they are going to be and what they're going to do about their lives. But I I don't want to I don't want to be in this generation because I think at the same time they have more issues like anxious, you know, and sometimes they don't know how to deal with the difficult part of life. They struggle in general, um, dealing with this kind of problems. And I really appreciated my childhood in 90s, so it was really okay to me. I'm happy.
Okay. And Denis?
I was watching the film, the the video. Which question?
The
Number one.
question. Yeah,
Number
question number
one.
one.
I don't belong to this generation. I remember the time when I was totally offline. I don't know if it's the subject if defines the generation Z, but I remember sometimes before Mirk, before ICQ, when I was totally offline. I remember I had a cell phone just with numbers showing to me, just numbers, and the Minhoquinha game. After it was incredible when the Minhoquinha appeared, and I remember this time. Uh, Even I particip I had some part of my life I participated. I presented. I visualized the all this generation starting. I think I'm from another era. Uh, so that's it. Am I right? Is it generation?
Generation. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm part of that. I'm part of that, but I remember a good time before that.
Yeah, that's crazy for me because like I can remember one moment in my life without the internet. You know, I'm creating my Facebook like the 7 years gift. You know, my mom gives me on a Facebook account for this my gift. You know, for my gift, and there was oh my gosh, I have Facebook and this kind of thing. I just can't remember. Yeah, I belong at Generation Z, and I think it's a really great. But I agree with you, Bruno. We have so many problems. We can like control this. You know, it's we are struggle a lot of time with big problems. You know, anxiety issues and this kind of problems. It's so more constantly in your lives. Just this, but yeah, just this. I agree with this, and I think like today we talk more about mental health. So this is the better than the past. You know, so just this.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I like the Minhoquinha game too. I played a lot when I was a kid. Like until nine years old, I guess. I didn't, I didn't had the internet in my life, so yeah, it was cool, but I prefer now. And the second question, guys. What do you think about these people? Generally, are they lazy or sad? Lazy and sad, sorry, or happy and smart? Luciana.
A little of each one. Yeah, I have a son from this, two sons from this generation, and in particular, one, I can see all these things in him. So sometimes he is very lazy, and sometimes pretty sad. Another times very happy and very smart, more than we can, when you talk to him, you don't expect that how much smart he is. So I think could be a little of each one.
Yeah, I agree with you. Ricardo?
Yeah, from my view, I think that it's most of Gen Z people, young people, they can change very fast, right? Then they are happy, then they go sad and happy again because everything changes very fast. I have some nephews that are like that, and I believe that they are some way happy being like this because they change a lot. They change very much.
Yes. Carol?
So I think these people. Sorry, can you skip to another person?
Sorry.
Okay. Bruno?
Okay, I was thinking about my students, and they have a lot more opportunity than I had, and some of them deal with the pressure really well, and they work hard, they are really excited. But on the other hand, some of them just feel the pressure and feel blue, and they just give up, because the anxiety is too much for them. So I totally agree with Luciana when she said they can be everything, a little of each option. But um, it's a really peculiar generation because they have access to everything through the internet and uh, education. They can choose their careers, at least here. Most of them can, but sometimes they just don't know how to deal with. So it's too much pressure.
Okay, Denis?
Second question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Even I prefer the time I've uh, live at my teenager age. I think I think we are just part of what we have around. I think these people is living their reality. We are living the same reality now. I think uh, I can't say they are lazy or sad about that. I think it's the world changed and they are just facing our own reality. But I think some relations has been changed. The, the relationship with the others, with your colleague, is too dependable of your devices. And if you don't have devices, I think you are isolated. There's no people isolated today, but if you are dependent on technology to establish relationship with others. I think it's too strange. I live it other uh, experience. Yeah, I don't have too much to say.
Okay, great. And Carol, can you answer now?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay.
Okay, so I think this generation is getting smarter earlier than the other generations, and but I think also this generation they can handle with their emotions. I think most because of the social medias, because has changed a lot the way we are um, getting along with people. And I think this is uh, this situation brought some problems when it comes to relationships. So yeah, and that's what I think about this generation.
Yeah, I would like to add what Bruno said about the anxiety and depression about this generation, up to this generation. And I totally agree. I see many young people having big problems with anxiety and depression, and they feel like the world in his back, in their back, and they need to be better than the than their parents. I think that's too much pressure, and it's not good for anyone. You know, in my generation, many people are anxious and depressed also, but we never had depression that the Generation Z has.
Okay, and guys,
It's more
do you
common.
think, yeah, do you think that like in the other generations, like anxiety and depression, there already was, but the people don't talk it about that, or do you think that this is a thing from this generation, like Generation Z?
I think that ever happened, in any generation. But what happened today? It's because everything is happening together at the same time, and you must be the best one in your profession. You need to be the best one in the college, in every place. So you need to be a good friend, a good son, a good daughter. You need to be best in everything. And I never felt this pressure before. Never.
We're receiving a landslide of information every day, and I read in a magazine that in comparison with the century 16, century 16, no, yeah, century 16, uh, we are receiving in 1 week the same information that a person in that century uh, has been received in the whole life. So we are receiving too many information, and we are not almost not capable to observe this informations, and we just collapsed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Something
And
very. Go ahead, Dennis.
you can go soon. I can talk after you.
Oh,
To me.
you can continue, please. Sorry.
Okay, and I think it affects some part of the people, the health, such as depression, anxiety. How can I say that? Anxious,
Excited.
anxiety,
Excited.
anxiety, and panic disorder, and we are not prepared to receive too many information and disinformation.
Mhm.
Yeah, Bruno, go on.
Yeah, and I was thinking that it's really hard to be okay with your own life when you open your social media and you see a lot of people posting about their
I
lives.
agree.
Like, yeah, they were perfect, they travel all the time, they have good clothes, they have the most beautiful house. And sometimes you start thinking, oh my God, why I'm not able to have the same or to travel as much as they can? I remember for a certain period of time, I was getting anxious because I love traveling, and I got a little bit sad because I didn't travel a lot. And I wasn't using Instagram, for example, and I follow some people and they travel abroad, which is really expensive, like every single month. And I started to think, oh my God, why I'm not able to do the same? But I am almost 30, and it's hard for me to understand that that's not real life. Imagine to a 12, 13, 14 years old uh, um, teenager to separate what is real, what is possible, and that you don't need to have everything to be happy and to have a fulfilled life.
Mhm. I totally agree with you. And I'm thinking, I talked another day about this situation, um, about saying about profession, because, for example, when you use the LinkedIn, that is networking for professionals, uh, you see people from the same area that you work saying a lot of things like, my boys cannot live with me. I'm the best one. I have this um, challenge and I did very well. Many good things about the person that you may think, well, I'm not too much like this person. I'm different. What's wrong with me? So when you start to compare yourself with the others, it's really, really bad. Bad for your mind because you feel incapable to do things. And it's not real. Many people are lying. They are not saying the real things in life, the day-to-day life. So we must be smart to never compare someone with ourselves.
Yeah, I
The
think
people,
oh, you can say it.
the people is showing just the better face in the internet also, I think.
Yeah, I would say like exactly what you said. Like the people just post what they wanna, the others think about you. Not you never post about your fight with your family or something like this. You just post, oh, I love my family. They were the best, support me and whatever they think. But not the truth all the time. So we just the people just post what they wanna the others see for you. The vision. I believe this, and I agree with Luciana said before, like we are the mix all these feelings because all the time I'm feeling great, and the few minutes left later. Oh my gosh, the few minutes like after this, I feel like, oh my gosh, what am I doing with my life? I don't have nothing, whatever this thing, and I think one problem in this generation, I realized this with my friends and with my situation, is we have so many opportunities like in technology, and we are much more lazy, because it's just search on the internet, all the things. I think I have this problem to procrastinate much more than I have to procrastinate it, because I know like I have the thing is in my hand. It's just search and okay, I will find it. So I think it's kind of problem for me. And yeah, we have so many problems, oh my gosh, but I think we're still trying be better. But of course we have so many pressures because today, like I think the technology, when our evolution, the things, the pressure evolution also, because why you don't have this biggest why don't oh my gosh, why you don't use like the manager if you have the technology, or if you study in the best college at your at your city. So I think it's kind of problem for us, and I just think like this. yeah, I think you can go to the next. Daria,
Okay.
you
Just one point. I was watching. Many of you maybe watched also. Emily in Paris, the series. No.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I
Ah,
know.
yes. Yeah. So she's so smart and creative and solve all problems in her life. And you may start to think, what happened with me? Why some people can do everything in this way and I'm not? It's something dangerous for us. I loved the series, but something makes me crazy to think about it.
Yeah, and I think Bruno, I don't know, the trips, even the trips to travel is their jobs. So sometimes we see the things, the good things like study, and the influencers, the girls are always beautiful, but is their job, so they need to do that. So yeah, it's difficult to associate that in
Yeah.
our mind. Yes.
Yes, for sure.
So let me see, the third question, guys. In your opinion, how does Generation Z differ from the Millennium generation born between 1980 and 1996? Ricardo.
Yes, I believe that the main ability they are very capable of self-learning. They can learning very fast because we have so many information, so many places to learn, and I think that if they can learn very fast from any source, just sit down and dedicate for some hours. And maybe for me that's the main difference between between the people, more old people, and the Gen Z.
Okay, Denis.
You are native in a language that I needed to learn. Do you understand? You are
You are
native. You
talking.
are you are uh, you Victoria and you people of this generation. You are native of a language that I had to learn. So I think it's the definition.
Yeah, other people
Yeah,
are
I
running
understand.
behind, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
millennial generation is like Backstreet Boy, Backstreet Boys album. I think it reminds me something this way. Yeah.
Okay. Carol.
Sorry, guys. I just want to make a correction. I thought that I belonged to Generation Z, but I'm not. I was born in 1993, so now I see that I belong to Generation Millennial Generation. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Yes.
Okay.
You have
Anyways,
an old soul.
sorry, Ricardo.
You have an old soul.
Yeah. Oh, so I totally agree with Dennis. With him and on this, I believe the biggest difference between our generation to Generation Z, it's about technology. One example I have here, my mother. Oh my gosh, every day, because since that I gave to her a cell phone, and I create a WhatsApp account, and but every day she needs my help to please check my I had this responsibility, to change her picture, her profile pictures every day when she wants to change her picture, when she wants to post something on her status. So everything that involved, um, yeah, using the technology, especially social medias, computer, and they need help, so you can ask to everyone. I mean, not everyone. I mean, maybe exist an exception, but I believe most part of people, who belongs to this millennial generation, they have difficulties to access and to manage, all of those kind of technology, cell phone, notebook, and yeah.
My mom is from Beatles generation, I think, or Elvis generation. Yeah.
Bruno.
Um, I'm gonna point three main points. I believe that they are more brave. They are not afraid to show who they are. For example, I remember to my generation to be gay, for example, was such a horrible thing, and we needed to hide from our family to pretend that we like girls. And nowadays they just don't care. Okay, I'm gay, so deal with it. And they dream more. I believe that they want to be more successful. They don't are okay with just, oh, I want to have my house, maybe a car, maybe travel sometimes. No, most of my students, they want to have the world. And the last one, they want to have more knowledge. They want to learn languages, not just English. They want to live abroad. They want to learn everything that they can. So that's it.
Yeah, this issue like to be gay or to be proud of your personality, of your skin is a good thing in Generation Z.
Body
Luciana.
issues, for example.
Yes, yes,
Be
yes.
proud of who you are in every aspect.
Yeah, I
Yes.
agree with you, Bruno. Like I will say like this. I was thinking about, and my mom is like fixing the earth. No, I'm just wanna travel and get and like save money and do crazy things. And my mom, oh my gosh, please sit down and think about the real life. No, you can like just go away and okay, I would do what I wanna with my life. No, just this. It's more the okay. Let's create a family or do some college like this. My mom is like this, and I really like the millennial generation because my mom is from the generation in my end. So I think they have like a happy childhood. So I just saw the pictures and oh my gosh, this was so awesome. I think the internet's the biggest problem in your society today because we just don't like do the things as before. You just all the time is on the internet, and we don't have more juniors with the family and talk about and the laugh about anything. Just talk about is an important thing. And when I miss this, and when I'm with my family, like in the holidays and the important date date, yeah, I always try don't use my phone and just live with my family and remember how this awesome is, because it's not all about the internet. No, I really like this face to face. No, I try and they understand. I just like this.
Yeah, internet can be good for someone and can be bad for other because I think it's our choice, like what we are gonna be with internet. And I belong to Generation Z, but I have an old soul, like Ricardo said. I don't know if yeah, Ricardo, and because for example, guys, when I am in my online class, like to talk to my teacher, using my cell phone, it's so whoa for me. And yeah, it's so interesting for me. So internet is it's great, but can be bad if you know if used in a bad way. Luciana.
Well, first of all, I need to say sorry for the noise. There's a constructor here in my house, so too much noise. About this question, I'm feeling like a dinosaur here because I am too old to speak about the millennial and Z generation.
Me too. Me too.
Well, I don't have a clear idea about the difference between them. I can say about my personal experience with two sons. One is from the millennium and another one from Z. So, what can I say personally in my experience is that the young one is seems to me like more brave and decided and courageous, and he does everything without ask for someone what they think about it. He just decide and he goes on. So the millennium, he's so responsible and decided to have a you know a good career, financial conditions to start a real life with a girlfriend, with someone to have a familiar life. So he ever think before to have satisfaction and emotional and especially financial good situation to start a life alone. And the second one, he does his money for himself for long time, doing everything, and he never asked me what I thought about this, but he's so smart to do, and he decided for himself. He's studying, he's planning to do his master degree in another country, but he's totally independent. So this is my experience. I can't say about everybody from these two generations.
I'm exactly what you said. Like I just talked with my mom to the permission, but I planning like all the things by myself, and after, oh, I can or I can. So that's it. I just like, oh, if it is a good idea, if it is, I just do, and if okay or not, just like this. And money, of course, like we always to trying internet job, to save some money for ourselves, like to have some money for what I wanted to do with this money, like buy something.
Yeah, I agree with you. And guys, we can go to question number 7 now. And later, if you have time, we can go back to other questions. So, we are the generation of diversity. Do you agree with this quote? Do you agree, Ricardo, like the Generation Z?
Yeah, I agree. Totally, 100%. Because all people are different, but in fact, we are all the same. And that's a new point of view that's raising in this century. I believe people are looking for others like equals, right? And I believe that it's good, very good.
Yes, true. Bruno?
Yeah, that's it. I believe that this generation is more open to discuss, and to have dialogue and to normalize situations that we didn't used to, you know, because until my generation, we always had some attitudes that we always did, and because of that, we consider as normal. Oh, we can say this, we can say that, we can make some jokes, we can have some attitudes because nobody cares. And this generation just they don't agree with that, you know. They are more connected with respect and about empathy, because when I make some joke, I can hurt someone's feelings, you know. So that's, it's not just because I always did that I have the right of hurting someone. So I totally agree.
Yes, for me, you are right. Carol?
So I think this generation is more open to discuss, things about, related to diversity. But I think there's a lot of things, I mean, that we need to discuss more because unfortunately there are many people who who doesn't have an open mind, and but it's really good to see that different the other times where people even I mean people didn't discuss a lot about this topic, but nowadays we can see that the humanity has changed very much. But I think we have a lot of things to conquer, to see I mean for real, a society where people can deal with differences, one another. So yeah.
Okay, Dennis, what do you think?
I think not just this generation. I don't. It means it doesn't mean I disagree with that. I agree with all your comments, but I think not just this generation, but this generation, this moment is affecting older generation. I think the current moment is different.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good point. Like, because we affect all the people, because it's for us it's so normal to say, oh, we need to change, but for the older people, it's not the same way. Like, you need to like calm down and understand, like we are like the older people who live it their lives with this situation, and now we want to like to say, oh, you need to agree with this all the time, so I think it needs to calm down and try the older people understand, but in another way, just don't like put this and say this is right and you need to agree with this.
Yes, yes. Luciana, how about you?
Well, I think that um, they are more um, open to diversity, um, also open to respect much more than the generations before, because in many times all of us cannot accept some things that people decide for themselves, but all of us must respect the decisions. So I see this generation in a good way, and respecting each other. That's, you show love for one another when we respect the decision of others.
Yes, yes, guys. I agree with you, with all you, and I think this generation has this good point like diversity. I don't know. And the people are more, free for do what they wanna do and be why they wanna be, without worries about the people's opinions. So it's so good. And for something, the people don't care about the opinions, but for other things, the people care yet, unfortunately. But this thing is change, I
Yeah,
think.
and I think they do not judge others. You know, they just accept the situation or the decision of others.
Yes, yes. And sure, there are some people that don't don't accept yet the diversity, but it's a exception. I don't know, exception, and
Exception.
but exception. Okay, thank you. And but the society generally is changing, is improving, and it's great for me. So
Yeah.
Anna,
Uh, Ricardo, you can say like I think I answered this question.
Yes, I've answered, but it's a great question because
Oh my God, sorry.
people, no problem, no problem. People are always facing problem like this, like diversity and accepting people as we are, right? And people must, I believe that it will be very good if someday people could just accept everyone and look for others, look for brothers, for others people, even stranger, like if you were good people and just accept them without judging them, right?
Yeah,
That's what I think.
great. Thank you for sure. I think I'm gonna answer this question. I don't know. Sorry, guys. Yeah, maybe. Luciana, you answered this question? Yep.
Yes.
Bruno, you answered this question? Oh my God. Yeah. Samia, did you answer this question? Oh, you muted.
What question?
And the number 7.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Dennis, you answered this question, right? I think
Yes.
it's just me and
Everyone.
Victoria. I don't know why I think it's not me and Victoria, but I agree with this. Like, I think it's the better way to agree with everyone. I have this like oh my gosh, this thing passed here, but that's okay. But I like I think for me, my entire life since I was a kid, I wanna include the people around me because we have so many people in share will and the other situations or other problems so the people I don't see this is in my school so many times and this kind of things. I think diversity is important for us to know how to deal with another kind of people to understand because like when you don't have these how you can deal with this like my sister when she sees something like this she always talk about in the look like oh my gosh what is this because she don't have this in their life and they don't know how to deal with this and this is kind of problem I think ours I fight with this I like to and I really like to use the art to show this for the world I think is the way to can do this just I think it's important inclusion and diversity to know how to deal with the people because everyone's different we have different backgrounds we have different cultures and I think this can be a better way to don't have more fights because we need the respect and we not need oh I wanted this for my life but we need to respect still respect all the time and many people don't respect just it's not for me I don't agree with this so I would just respect I think if you not agree with your ideas just okay I respect you just this in the time.
I have already answered this
Oh,
question.
okay. So I think you finished, guys. We have just more 5 minutes. How was the conversation today about this topic? I think it's an interesting topic. To know about different ages and different outlook about the situation. Ricardo, how was the conversation for you today?
Yes, was very great, very good, very
Thank you.
nice topic.
Thank you. It's like Victoria created this topic. It was amazing. I really like it. And you, Bruno?
I don't know about you guys, but when I talk about new generations and the way they see life, it gives me like a positive feeling, like hope. But at the same time, I think that our country just will change in a positive way when this new generation take the control, because we have a lot of people who are more open, who is who are um, how can I say, they're okay about diversity and talk to people and respect, but the people who are in control in Brazil are the same, you know, the old politicians, the old thoughts. So you guys, you need to take control, please, as soon as possible, so we can live in a better country. But the
Oh,
conversation was amazing.
that's great point. And you, Dennis, for you, how was the conversation?
It's well, it's a good subject. I think more about how I am older, uh, because such as yesterday, I was doing a course, a computer course with my sister, and the black screen with DOS, uh, and something this way, and now we have all these devices. I have, I think, 6 devices in my table, and um, the world really changed in this period of 20 years. So it's a pleasure to be facing this moment, and I like it this conversation.
Thank you. And you, Simon, how was the conversation? Did you like the topic?
Yeah, definitely. I like it. I mean, I think this is um, a good topic. I think everyone needs to think about it. I mean, not just in English, but in Portuguese, any language, because I believe to see a big change in our world, we need to think about the past. We need to think about the present. We need to discuss more about this kind of yeah, bring these topics to our conversation and friends conversation at school. And I think that's the way, having discussion about this, that we are gonna see some change in our country and in the world. So yeah.
And
Yeah.
just to tell something, one thing that I think it's changed at that is that we have the information in our hands now. Uh, when we publish something in the internet, everything everybody knows. Twitter, for example, and in my generation, when I was young, we didn't have this power, and this generation is with more power than politics, more than clergies, more than everything. They have a power to express and to. I think this is a little progress, uh, a good progress.
Yeah. And you, Luciana?
I would like to know the answer of each one about the question number 5 about the best TV shows from the generation Z, but each one can say about your own generation. I would like to hear about these, if you agree.
Yeah, no problem. You can say what is your best.
Okay, my best was Sítio do Pica-Pau Amarelo. It's very, very old.
Oh my gosh, I love it also. Like, I think it's amazing. And you,
Movie,
Bruno?
movie, Karate Kid.
Oh yeah.
Um, Friends, maybe.
Oh, we
Oh,
love Friends.
nice.
I
In
would say
another level.
friends.
Bruno
I,
is in another level.
I'm with Bruno. Friends too. The best of all times.
Yeah, I love it. And you, Victoria? And you,
Sorry,
Ricardo?
Okay.
What is your best TV show in your generation?
For
You
me, it
know?
was yes, it was Power Ranger, probably.
Oh, nice. I
Oh
like too.
yeah.
I
Power
like.
Ranger.
For me
And
was
Pokemon
Barbie.
too. Go ahead, Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria.
I don't know because I don't watch TV shows from Generation Z, but I like a fresh prince. Like Maluco do Pedaço in these TV shows. Everybody hates.
Everybody hates your Chris. I love this. Oh
Chris.
my gosh.
That's so Raven too, and these things.
Thank
Nice.
you,
Very
Ricardo.
nice.
Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
for coming. your time is over, but thank you so much for today. I really like this conversation. Thank you, Victoria, to be the co-host. And I don't know if you will receive the feedback because we are like in the problem with this, but we're trying still to solve this. But okay, thank you so much for being today with me and Victoria.